Hello everyone, I'm teacher Dai Yue. Welcome to my online course, Motion Graphic Design. In recent years, with the development of digital technology and global network media, motion graphic as a new form of visual expression is more and more popular nowadays. Thanks to their advantages such as more file size, low production costs, high efficiency, and rapid dissemination, motion graphic finds widespread application in various fields within the context of the new media era, including online advertising, event displays, product demonstrations, film and television packaging, and interactive installations. In addition, examining the demands of our country's job market, we see that city or county level integrated media centers, film and television production companies, and cultural communication firms are expressing specific requirements for job seekers, particularly in terms of technical skills related to graphic and new media animation. So, what exactly is motion graphic? Let's watch a video together to get a better understanding. After watching, students, what kind of feeling or impressions did it leave you with? Do you find this mode of expression appealing? In the upcoming sessions of this course, we will delve into the systematic learning of motion graphic. In today's lecture, our focus is on establishing a fundamental understanding of motion graphic. I will introduce the meaning of motion graphic, both literally and functionally, aiming to help you form a correct understanding of the concept. Additionally, I will shed light on the characteristics of motion graphic, assisting you in distinguishing which works for under the category. Only with a proper comprehension of the essence of motion graphic and an awareness of their distinctive features can we effectively utilize these characteristics and advantages. This, in turn, enables us to express our ideas more efficiently and achieve the desired final effects. Understanding motion graphic from literal perspective. The term motion graphic originated from English by taking the capital letters of the two words. It can be abbreviated as MG and also referred to as graphic animation, MG animation, and so forth. Looking at the literal meaning, the word graphic can be served both as an adjective and an noun. As an adjective, graphic conveys meanings such as lively, pictorial, related to visual arts, or visual images. For example, there used to be a major called graphic design in the realm of graphic design, now renamed as visual communication design, capturing the essence of the adjective. When used as a noun, graphic signifies charts, graphics, graphic design. In essence, whether as an adjective or a noun, graphic carries the idea of being illustrative, descriptive, and represented by images. The word motion translates to movement or indicative. Considering the literal meaning of both words, motion graphic can be understood as dynamic graphic or graphics in motion. However, interpreting motion graphic solely based on its literal meaning might easily lead to confusion with animation. Thus, such interpretation of motion graphic might not immediately convey the true essence of it. Hence, such an interpretation only provides a simple explanation for the term motion graphic. It's merely describing its actual physical process, that is, it's a moving, rotating, and scaling motion graphic or image on the screen. This explanation doesn't truly convey the widely recognized scope of motion graphic, nor does it clearly articulate the differences between motion graphic and other forms of media, such as animation or visual effect. Understanding motion graphic from a functional perspective. How can we understand motion graphic, or what kind of animation can be called motion graphic? Here I'll share my understanding to you. The design purpose of motion graphic is to convey a message, not just to animate graphics for the sake of movement. In other words, the role of a motion graphic video is to convey a certain meaning, such as conveying a concept or explaining the operation principles of a machine. Here is a motion graphic video that, in 59 seconds, tells us how to lose weight without trying. Let's watch it together.
Take a look at these two blue circles. The blue circle on the right looks slightly larger than the blue circle on the left. Actually, this is an illusion. When something is surrounded by large objects, it looks relatively small. Take away the surrounding objects and you can see that the blue circles are actually the same size. The same type of illusion affects your waistline. When you place a portion of food onto a small plate, it looks relatively large, and so you often end up putting less on the plate. In fact, psychologist Brian Wansink has discovered that just moving from a 12-inch to a 10-inch plate causes people to eat around 20% less. So if you want to lose weight the easy way, simply switch to smaller plates.
This is a graphically animated video that is quite typical in form. When expressing the viewpoint that visual illustrations can affect how much or little people eat, the video places two equally sized white triangles on two differently sized blue dots, explaining that the same volume of food, when placed on plates of different sizes, can create an illusion. The video, through movements in graphics, intuitively and clearly explains how people's judgment of object size can be influenced by environmental factors. If we want to eat less, we can use a smaller plate to reduce our food intake. So, in the 59 seconds, didn't you learn something new in an enjoyable way? You might also find that the motion graphic is so creatively intriguing. This video fully showcases the advantages of motion graphic, as well as the functions and purposes of it. That is, through animated graphics and presenting them in video format to explain a viewpoint or a concept to the audience. The characteristics of motion graphic. As pointed out by Rodolphe Arnhem, he emphasizes that motion is the most visually attention-grabbing phenomena. In comparison to static elements, moving ones tend to leave a more impactful impression on us. In essence, when conveying a viewpoint or concept, the use of graphic animation in motion appears more straightforward, lively, and easily comprehensible to the public than static images and lengthy text. As an example, during the 5th session of the National People's Congress in China, participants could gain a comprehensive understanding of the government work report, such as whether key indicators and main tasks are fulfilled or not, by watching a 3-minute motion graphic video. You know that this 3-minute video replaced 32 pages of textual content, and the sensory experience and communicative impact of the 3-minute motion graphic film far surpassed that of 32 pages of text.
不平凡的一年，风险与机遇并存，稳稳的幸福随处可见。新开工改造城镇老旧小区5.6万个，老居民过上了新生活。住院费用跨省直接结算率达到60%，更多常见病等门诊费用纳入医保报销范围。疫情防控成果持续巩固，疫苗全程接种覆盖率超过85%。天更蓝，草更绿，退休人员基本养老金再上调，人民群众的获得感不断增强。教育改革发展迈出新步伐，国家助学贷款每人每年最高额度增加4000元，脱贫攻坚成果得到巩固和拓展，广大农民生活芝麻开花节节高。粮食产量1.37万亿斤，中国碗里装着中国粮。全年新增减税降费超过1万亿元，所有的努力汇聚成一个向上的中国。2022年，我们还有很多小目标要实现。走，一起撸起袖子加油干，虎虎生威向未来。
Motion graphic films adeptly highlight the advantages of conveying information through animated graphs. They transform intricate data and verbal textual information into a visually clear and understandable presentation, utilizing a series of continuously changing frames to succinctly, clearly, and vividly convey information, while explaining viewpoints or concepts. This form adapts well to the current high-speed internet information era, aligning with the information dissemination preferences of the public. In summary, what I just explained is that motion graphic design preliminary serves as a form of animation dedicated to conveying substantial information. It sets graphics in motion, utilizing the video format to explain a viewpoint or concept to the audience. Its characteristics include information dissemination, low production costs, and alignment with the characteristics of Internet communication. Summary. Let's record the content of this section together. We have learned, first, the term motion graphic originated from the English. It can be referred as graphic animation and MG animation. Second, to identify what a motion graphic film is, we should not solely interpret it based on its literal meaning, but also approach it from a functional perspective. The motion in motion graphic is not just physical movement, it's about using animated graphic elements to explain a viewpoint, a concept, or conveying specific information. In other words, motion graphics serves as the purpose of disseminating information, and they are videos designed with dynamic effects for information dissemination. Motion graphic films fully utilize the visual appearance of moving graphics, characterized by simplicity, clarity, intuitiveness, and vividness. Moreover, they possess advantages such as small file size, low production costs, high efficiency, and rapid dissemination. At this point, you might wonder about the difference between motion graphics and traditional animation. In the next lesson, we will discuss how to distinguish between motion graphics, animation, and visual effects. See you in the next session.